Hi everyone, welcome back to programming tutorial. Today we will continue with another exercise to understand the concept of do while. Our exercise is called train. Let me read the question quickly and I'll try to explain you also. A train leaves the first station with n passengers and visits key stations before it arrives at the last station. On each station, some passengers got off and some passengers got on the train. Everybody in the train got off at the last station. Make a program that calculates how many passengers got off the train at the last station. So it's pretty simple. We're gonna make a program, and we will input two values. In the first value, we will have the passengers that exist in the train, and the second value will be the key, which stands for the number of the stations that he's going to visit. And we're going to write example 3 stations. When we type the 3 stations, the program will expect from us to input 2 different inputs as it explained here. The first one will be the number of the passengers got off, and the second one will denote us the number of the passengers who got on. Okay? And after you type all the passengers in and passengers out, and it will give us how many passengers are left in the train. Okay, let's solve the problem using the C++ codes. Let's start coding. In the beginning of codes, we will need to determine the variables. They all be integer. In order to determine them better, we need to repeat a story. And the train was leaving the first station with some passengers and will stand for this number of the passengers, and I will need the key. Key will stand for the station that is going to visit, the train will visit. And after that we will need the passengers will get on. For that reason I will write there pass on. Okay, and after that there will be some passenger get on and some will get off. That's why I will write also pass off for the number of the passengers that's going to leave the train. And after that we will need to write the total, because this total will return us how many passengers got off in the last station. Now I will write here cin, so the user will enter NN key, and was standing for the passengers in the train, and the key the station numbers. And after that I want from him do these things while counter less than key. Key was standing for station, and it will repeat these codes station times. So if we need to visit 3 stations, and we need to ask 3 times how many passengers got on, how many passengers got off, and after repeating these things 3 times, it will tell us how many passengers got off in the last station. And we will ask from the user first the passenger off and passenger on. After we write these passenger numbers, now it should change the total passenger numbers in the train. That's why I'm going to use this one, total plus, and when we get the passenger on, it will add the passenger numbers over the total. I will say passenger on plus, and minus, it will be minus plus passenger on and minus passenger off, because when somebody enter the train, it will increase the passenger number. When somebody leaves, it will decrease the number. That's why I'm going to use plus for the passenger on and minus for the passenger off. Alright. By the way, there will be some passengers in a train. We will find the number of the passengers from the input. Here is the n. you know that N stands for the passengers in the train. I will say that total equal N. Okay, because after the first station it's going to leave the station with N passengers, and our total will be N. Okay, I think that was clear. And here we go, we forgot to put here semicolon, and we will need the counter here, increment statement, and when we enter the values for the one station, and it will take us to the next station with the counter, and the counter will control these the numbers of the station. Okay, and I need to also introduce the counter on the top there. Counter equals 0, and finally we're gonna give the result total. Let's run this. Now we're gonna input two values. As you see, N and key. N stands for the passenger numbers. I'm going to make this 10, and the key stands for the stations that we are going to visit. Let's say I did the 2. 2 means we will do these codes 2 times, because it's going to visit the stations one by one. For every station we will ask values from the user. So now we are going to input the first values. Let's say 6 passengers got off in the station, and the 7 of them got on. Now when I press enter, I will input for another station. 5 passengers got off and 3 passengers got on. So we can calculate together. There are 10 passengers in the beginning, and 7 plus 3, 10 more got on the train. 10 plus 10, 20. So we will have 20 passengers. And 6 plus 5, 11 of them will get off. We will subtract 11 from 20, and in the end we will have 9. So in the last station we will have left only 9 passengers. Okay, now we have solved this train problem using this do while statement. We have finished our tutorial here. We're gonna solve more problems in C++. See you in another tutorial. Bye bye.